Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
Time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the rising enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Whoa, I don't maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind. Maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind. Maybe you sink or swim.
Wake up, it's Saturday night. Go out to France, get in a knife fight. Wake up, it's Saturday night. Gonna hang out with all my friends with our knives out. But me and someone else, I'm gonna make you into my new knife holster. Lizzie McGuire's newest single, remixing her old song.
Yeah, it was Hannah McDuff or whatever her name is.
Hannah McDuff Gorsh.
Gorsh, right? Yeah, because I figured she'd be in France because they have a knife problem there apparently. Or I guess I don't know. I guess Europe. Yeah, because there was like terrorists or something, and they're like acid attacks, and then I don't know. They're like knives, and then let me see, France.
I think I did. Oh, I did see a video or I saw a news clip on this. Yeah.
Knife legislation. Automatic knives, throwing stars, and I don't care about that. Can you carry a pocket knife on French soil? Let's see.
I'm more curious about, because you mentioned it, throwing knives or throwing stars, actually. I wonder if they decriminalized throwing stars. I feel like that is kind of funny because that's such a weird niche thing.
Yeah, I used to have some, and I cut my forehead on a throwing star one time.
Oh, what was the story? Did you throw? Were you trying to catch one, or what was the story?
No, we were just throwing it at our fence in our backyard, and one of them stuck in the fence, and one of them didn't and fell on the ground. And when I went to pick up the one on the ground, my head scratched against the one on the fence. So it wasn't exciting. It was kind of dumb.
That's still a good throwing star story. I'm glad it was rather that, not somebody hucking one at you. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, if someone, I don't know, throwing stars I think are the way to go because no matter how you throw it, you're gonna stick it 99% of the time because there's points on each side. Exactly. Unlike a knife.
I would say our podcast is like maybe I'm jumping the gun. I was gonna say our podcast is like a throwing star because it doesn't matter which way it goes, it always sticks somehow. On some topic.
And you know what? Throwing stars, I feel, have gone down in value because if you think about inflation and all that, I bought throwing stars in high school and they were about $10 for a throwing star. I'm looking at Karatemart.com and a throwing star is still about $10, $9.95. And it's been high school's 07, I graduated. So it's been 14 years and they're still $10.
Still $10.
Dude, you could get a silver batwing thrower. This is like
Are you getting in a wormhole where you're all of a sudden you're like, I spent my whole paycheck on throwing stars? The true story.
This is nerd heaven right here. Okay, I'm posting this in podcast content. Check some of these out. Check this. I bet real quick. I've ordered something from this site. I wouldn't doubt.
What you thought you did, or you're maybe...
I'm pretty sure I have. Like when I ordered them, like it was a site sights like this. Let's see.
Man,
Will make your dreams come true. Stainless steel.
This
Boom.
is so nerdy. Oh my god. There's so much. The Batwing one. But you know what? Oh, there's one. There's like throwing cards. Oh my gosh, and it has a sleeve, so you can like.
Wait, where's the throwing cards?
Yeah, throwing cards is like about halfway down.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Dude, I could set up like a giant target board in our backyard, and I'll just be that guy with throwing knives and just practice. Because I think throwing knives would be more of a challenge than a throwing star.
Well, because Charlie at their house, they have like axe throwing in their backyard, which is really cool, and that's really fun. But I think bringing back the throwing stars is the way to go. Like you said, it's pretty cheap. It's probably one of the only things that has stayed the same price over the last 14 years. So, yeah, it's not like much as in the way of investment, because it's not going to go up in value or down, but it'll stay steady.
Yeah, it's kind of like, was it bonds? Kind of like that. Isn't a bond, you buy it, and then no matter what you bought it for, that's what it's worth always. Am I thinking of the right thing?
I'm sure that is. At least that's the John bond.
Let's see.
The John bond, yeah.
What is a bond? A finance bond is a blah blah blah. Most common types of bond. Okay, this is stupid. We're just gonna say JJ Fresh bonds are throwing knives.
There we go.
That's it.
Simple, easy, effective. Boom.
Boom. Yeah, we are the Power Pack Podcast, a podcast featuring two dudes and one thirst to throw knives at a fence.
And I already said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Our friendship and our podcast is like a throwing star. It doesn't matter which way you throw it, it will stick. Yeah, like whether in your head or... Because, if you think about... We're all about sticking in your head, the Power Pack Podcast. We get stuck in your head, whether it's, classic hit singles like Daddy's Little Boy's Beautiful Baby or Elon Musk to Mars or Crumb Baby, lots of baby songs. We get in your head, and then that's where we live rent free. I learned that's I think it's like a Gen Z thing where they say, "Oh, this lives rent free in my head."
Rent free in my head.
Yeah.
So what is that expression again? Well, what does that mean?
It means like you have something that, like, I guess maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know, but it's basically more or less like you have something that really resonates with you, and it's like, you know what, this can stay rent free in my head. And I was going to bring up that discussion. What lives rent free in your head, John?
The last link I posted, that is the new tenant of my mind.
I would be scared to go in that apartment complex just full of, like, I'm imagining, like, people wearing all black, and they've got just throwing cards, throwing knives, throwing everything. But you know what? It's probably a really lively place to be. So that's cool that's what lives rent free in your head is the...
Well,
Jimbos, yeah.
I think, like, if you got a set of throwing knives or throwing cards or a kung fu fan or these rechargeable LED nunchucks that I'm looking at.
No, you got to drop that in. I did not see nunchuck.
I did. Click that last link. Would you be mad if you got any of those things for Christmas?
The picture for the thing is so ridiculous.
There's
that
a
guy,
USB charger.
That's a high price tag, $100 for those. If I got LED rechargeable nunchucks for Christmas, I'd be like, oh, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's a good that picture, the guy holding them, it's like you don't want to walk into a room and that guy's standing there like that. It's like you're gonna get hit by some glowing nunchucks.
Dude, I think this is amazing. I think I need to get a set of nunchucks for a Christmas gift for somebody. Because not only are they awesome looking, it's just something you could do. Well, hey, I'm just gonna watch some TV. I'm bored today. I'm gonna practice nunchucks. I'm just gonna practice twirling them around. Dude, I'm telling you, nunchucks is the hobby to have. Especially the LED light up nunchucks.
The LED light up USB charged nunchucks. I think you could bring it back. I think you could bring it back full force. Just the nunchuck craze. And like you said, it lights up so you can practice, like, you're getting ready for bed. Maybe, you have your nightly routine, like brush your teeth, practice your nunchuck routine in case you somebody at work asks you what you did in your pastime, like spare time.
Dude, that'd be so cool. And you know what? This would be awesome for undercover agents, or they're doing a drug bust at a raid. They want to blend in. So people got their glow sticks and they're just running around with their nunchucks, but people don't know the nunchucks because they're lighting up and they're just twirling these things. And then out of the corner of their eye, they see a guy pop a little ecstasy and they just go whoop and like smack him right in the face with a nunchuck and then just cuff them. And then they keep dancing and they keep doing that all night until they just have like just people cuffed up on LSD everywhere.
That's what I call innovative. That's like we need to put our money, our taxpaying dollars, into funding rave cleanup task force with glowing LED nunchucks from that store that you posted in there.
Yes, I really want some nunchucks now. I want to get these for a gift for someone. I feel like my brother would use these.
I think you should get those as a Christmas present. You can get him LED nunchucks, and then you can also get him the JJ Fresh album. So,
yes, maybe our album cover is both of us with nunchucks, and then maybe we're on the beach and we're smacking a burger with our nunchucks.
Or maybe
burgers on the ends of our nunchucks.
Burgers on the nunchuck. I really want, because we're just going all into this. I definitely want to get an album cover made, whether we draw one or Photoshop it. I think it's got to happen for sure.
Because you can get a non-LED pair for like $20.
There you go. So really it's not too bad of an investment, I guess.
Solid oak nunchucks have a firm octagonal shape that neatly fits into your hand. Dude.
I know you're buying yourself next paycheck. It's like all of a sudden, like, dude, I got some sick nunchuck.
I feel like I'm in high school again.
Yeah, you're like, it's time. Your glory day. People look back and they're like, all right, I scored the home run or the game-winning football touchdown against the other team for the state championship, and then they wear their Letterman's jacket and they're like 40-something years old. For you, it's gonna be like, get the nunchuck. That's reliving the glory days right there, and that's glorious. Honestly, that's not glory days. That's the glory life.
The glory life. The glife.
Glory life. I ain't got lice.
I ain't got life. I got the glory life. I got my nunchucks and I throw them at my wife.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, they got those things from the Power Rangers, the Blue Ranger, those weapons, the little handheld tridents. Dude, they got so much swag.
Oh, is it this website's called Karatemart, right?
Yeah, karatemart.com. Let's look at nunchucks on Google. What other best nunchucks? Let's see. Let's get some info on here. Karatemart.com. Best nunchucks in the world. See, how good can a piece of wood in a chain be? Let's find out. Okay, it's too much. It's too much. $84. Anyways, how was your week?
No, it was good. We are doing this episode a day late because this week, it's Labor Day was on Monday, so instinctively we thought yesterday, which is usually the day we record, was Tuesday, but it was actually Wednesday. So now it is Thursday, which is actually Wednesday, kind of. And we're recording, we're here, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. But it's been a good week. It's been busy, work's been busy. I've been just, working on some music stuff, mainly just getting that burger on the beach whipped up,
Burger on
greasy.
the beach.
And like I said earlier, I wanna work on an album cover, like just something that's epic. I'm thinking just something that just really speaks to the album. So maybe after we listen to it, we can get something in mind. But
Yeah, and it'll be weird making an album art apart because I feel like we could do a cheesy picture or something. But maybe we'll just splice a bunch of pictures.
I like that idea. I want just like a crude, almost like collage, or it can be that kind of like early
Like a ransom
2000s like movie cover for like a teen movie where they have all these like shots of like pictures like spliced together. Like I'll find one real quick and drop it in, but I'm thinking something like that.
Kate plus 8. Now she's late. Now it's Kate plus 9. Does the 8 include the husband of Kate plus 8? Or is it just the kids?
I think it's just the kids.
So it's Kate plus 8 minus the husband.
Kate plus 8 minus the husband. That's algebra, man. Just straight up. That's algebra.
If I was a math teacher, all my math problems would be like, all right, you have 1 Kate plus 3 of the 8 minus 1 of the husbands. And then like if I went to algebra, K is Kate, minus, or divided by, I don't know how an algebraic equation goes. Let's look. Algebra equation, not equation.
Algebra
equation. Give me a picture. Okay.
Yeah.
I would fail algebra. Because 18 minus 4x equals 5x. It's the stupidest thing in the world. I don't even know how to figure this out. Okay, how do they do it? 18 minus 4 first? No, do you add the 4 on each side? No, you minus the 4 from the left side, plus it to the 9, 18 equals 9x. Divide each side by 9, x equals 2. So 18 minus 4 times 2, 18 minus 8 is what? 10? 5 times 2 is 10. Wow. I hate math. It's so stupid.
Math is not useful after you are out of school, because then all you have to do, you just got to know how to buy nunchucks online, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, you can't defend yourself with math, but you can totally dominate the social minefield of being cool with nunchucks.
With nunchucks, exactly. And
you're never going to be at a party and people will be like, show me those math tricks. Oh, snap. He did pre-calc. Everyone's like chugging beer in your honor. No way. No, it's
all about nunchuck.
Yeah, you have someone throw you a beer, and instead of catching it, you whip out your nunchucks and bat it out like Mark McGuire. Whoosh, the crowd goes wild. Your Barley McGuire. Mark McBarley. Mark McHop. I'm trying to think of a beer name for Mark. Mark Porter.
Mark Porter. There you go. That's just easy. It's perfect. Mark Porter.
He's Mark McGuire with nunchucks, and instead of baseballs, it's beer. Mark Porter, everyone. Our newest member to Noodle Folk.
He's just like just a disgraced baseball player who's just a bottle of beer.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got to make that. I know we're like, okay, next week, and then this, but just it's one, because we have a lot of dreams, a lot of projects here. I think we start with the album, we get that done, then we can work on Noodle Folk. One thing at a time, it's all about that grind.
Put one foot in front of the other, but make sure your leg is also on your foot.
On your foot. Oh, and I was going to ask, I know we're just, you asked me, but I was going to ask, maybe I did ask, I don't know, but I was going to ask, how was your week?
let me just think. It was good. The dog is now digging, so I am having to discipline, and that's not fun.
So it's digging holes in your backyard?
Yes.
Is it for gophers?
No. So it was digging in the gopher holes, and so I shortened the outside, the little chain thing that we have. It's like a outdoor rubbery metal leash thing, and so she can like go 20 feet in any direction, sort of a deal.
Oh, dog run, yeah.
And so the 20 feet or whatever goes right to a mole hole on one side, and on the other side it's perfectly lined up with a tree. So she was digging at the mole hole, she was digging at the tree, and then she would go all the way around on the circle and dig at the sidewalk. So I shortened it up, and she's still digging, and I caught her twice today. First time I was like, no, and I put her in her cage. The second time I went, no, and she just dropped to the ground and her ears went down. I was like, oh, you know.
Aww.
You know.
He knows, yeah. Because she's just, just wanting to dig, and she's like, oh no, I got caught digging.
You know what you can do? You can go do that in California and pick me up some gold. Dig for something useful. There's nothing in our yard, just bugs and possums or not possums. Possums don't live underground.
You never know. Underground possums, yeah. I think, you just have the moles and maybe gophers.
I got the moles in the holes, and I want to get a pole and put a knife on the end and stab them in the eyes.
Oh, God, dork.
Gosh, poor moles.
I'd say if we haven't yet, this podcast will at some point be flagged for marsupial abuse or alleged
marsupial.
Is a mole marsupial? I think it's a pouch. No, it's not a marsupial. Sorry.
I don't think so.
Only possums are.
But I'll put a mole in my soup and I'll feed it to the people. Mole soup people. Yeah. Put a mole in my soup. Feed it to my friends. You want some mole soup, friends? Got a mole. It's like a kid's song. Like baby shark do 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 do. Mole and soup do 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 do.
Teaching children at a young age to catch moles and put them in your soup.
Yo, you like trap music? Well, I just like trapping, period. I'm going to trap a mole, going to cut off its skin, sell it for a profit, and I'll do it again. There's a beaver, hack it with a cleaver. I got a bug, and it's called animal killing fever. Oh, yeah. That's a moose.
True MC. Do you? I was gonna ask, what's our possum King update?
I haven't worked on it this week, but I know where it's going, and it's just a matter of sitting down and doing it. I'll probably do it when the lady's out of town this week. I'll work on it a little bit, but let's see. What did he just do? He just did something. Oh, I don't know if I want to spoil it. I don't think it matters. It's kind of like, I probably gave spoilers a long time ago, and I'm assuming people have forgotten what those spoilers were.
Oh, yeah. Well, probably, yeah.
So he's making revenge puppets of possums in his shed.
That's
with
horrifying.
Like string and rusty iron rods, and he's having fun while he does it. He's making marionette dead possum puppets.
Oh, yuck.
It's gonna be a fun ride when I finish it.
That's gonna be a wild book. I plan to read the entire thing, and I might reconsider doing the podcast after reading it. I'd be like, oh whoa, I can't believe this came out of John's brain. I'm excited, honestly. And is it so? Without spoiling anything, does it still have the same ending that you shared with me?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awful.
Oh, I love it. When you told me about that, I was laughing so hard. It's so good. I think it's a great ending. It's so perfect.
Oh, did I tell you about my idea for Patreon stuff or something? So you know how?
I don't know.
Oh, we still need to talk about our Possum King soundtrack that you're gonna do. Yeah.
Ooh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
But So, on the back of the books, it's always, they have usually other people like, wow, this book was amazing, gripping, thrilling, 10 out of 10. And it says so I think it'd be fun for the Patreon supporters. They could submit reviews of the book without even reading it. They just submit reviews. It could be good or bad, and I'll put it on the back. And I think I'll do one myself and say something like, not worth your time, or something. Like, read something with less killing of gophers and put my own name on it or something. Just
put but a note from the author sort of thing.
Self-deprecate. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that idea, and I think we should get the Patreon supporters in on this. So because usually it has like stamps. Would you get flagged if you like part of the cover was the New York Times bestseller, like badge that they put on everything?
Maybe if I spelt it wrong. Maybe if I spelt it like NOOYOREK. New York bestseller.
No work, but no.
On parentheses, I'll put could be New York bestseller.
Could potentially be a New York bestseller, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I am so excited for the Possum King, and yes, I am happy to make like a. So is it like the soundtrack? Do you want it to be like you listen to it while you're reading the book, or does it just like summarize each chapter, or like what?
I was thinking. So here's what I'm thinking. So I don't want you to have any context of the whole book. I want, like, if you were to do the soundtrack, I would send you chapter 1, and you'd read chapter 1. And you would spend however many weeks it would take to make, the instruments that you thought. Like, imagine like a movie. Imagine it happening, and then what kind of music would be playing in the background, and then kind of like have that be your influence. It doesn't have to be soundtracky. It can be whatever. And then, just each chapter, it's that. Like, what would be playing here, or something? Maybe that would even influence. So it doesn't have to be like cinematic, like, Jurassic Park, but you could do like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. But if that's what you think fits, throw it in there. Why not?
Perfect. I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Oh, it'd be awesome. I don't have chapter names. So what if you named the songs and those became the chapter names?
Oh, nice. So are the chapters just chapter 1, or are there no chapters? It just like is continuous?
Oh, no, there's chapters. If it was continuous, I wouldn't know what's going on, because I go back and try and figure out, like, okay, wait, how did I describe this guy?
Where did I go?
Yeah, or like, did I do this yet? So I usually go back and double check things. Like the pizza guy, I'm going to have to go back and look at his description, because he's going to make a comeback.
Nice. I can't believe it's all getting tied together, and no, I definitely am down to make a soundtrack for it, and I like your idea of, like you said, naming the songs for the chapters, and then you just pop them in. It's quite the honor, and I can't wait to read the book. Like I said, I want to get a physical hard copy, so it's like the actual print, and then it's just like. I don't know how that'd feel on your end. Like if you got the physical print of the book and then you have it on your bookshelf, and someone's like, let's say you have some people over, like later on, and they're like, "What's this book?" And they open it, they grab it, they look at it, and you're like, "Oh, you can borrow that." And then they start reading it, and they're like, "Oh my God, John wrote this."
It's gonna be. I can't wait for the movie. I can't wait for someone to be like, "Hey, we like this. We're gonna make a movie of it." And I'd be like, "Perfect." And then I'll say, I want Josh to get royalties as well, because JJ Fresh, it's a team effort.
You kind. You're the mastermind, and honestly, I would love for it to become a movie. I hope Nick Cage is the main character, because it just is a fitting role, and I hope, like I said, I was gonna say you should release the book under a pen name. To be a true author, you need to come up with a pen name. Like, there's J.K. Rowling, or the guy who does, or R.L. Stein, the guy who does Goosebumps. Like, you got to have a pen name.
You know how people initial the first name and then the last name they spell out? What if I did the opposite? So I did Jonathan M.W. It's like,
Oh, that's perfect. No,
So
I
it's-
like it.
so it's stupid and does not feel right. I think
No,
that
that's
could work.
perfect. Make it just like really like exactly that. You could have your pen name be after one of the Regal managers, like Wilma.
Oh yeah. Oh, that could be our poll. We figured out your rap name. We could figure out my pen name and the Butterdome, which it's almost time.
Let's just slide it.
Chicken dumplings in my dumplings, next to the corn in my dumplings. Welcome to the Butterdome.
Welcome. Yeah. We've got an exciting segment for you. So each week we've been coming up with some podcast polls that end up being on the YouTube channel, which is, I see a lot of interaction on there, which is really exciting. A lot of people are using it. And one of the ones we had was coming up with my St. Louis rapper name. So now we're going to come up with John's pen name that he'll use to release the Possum King book. So
J.G. Wentworth.
Power Pack brand.
No, that's my pen name, J.G. Wentworth.
J.G. Wentworth. Is that like the Tire? Or what is J.G. Wentworth?
Isn't it
No, it's
like a bank or something?
It is. It is a bank. Why did I think it was a?
J.G. Wentworth, something cash now. Financial services.
Yeah, it's financial services. Oh, I was thinking of
I'll be J.J. Wentworth.
did JD Power Association award that every car gets awarded with?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Well, anyways, this section is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be kind of interview style. I'm going to ask you some questions, and this will determine what your pen name is. So, are you ready?
And this is also going to go on the podcast poll 87. So we haven't had one in a while. So here we go. I'm ready.
All right. So your name is John Whip. So I figured out that first part. Second question. What was your first pet called?
Peeper.
Forgot about Peeper. Peeper was what was Peeper again?
A chicken.
Chick. Okay. Peeper was chick. All right. This is a dumb question, but it's part of the poll. What is your favorite name? Just maybe come up with a name that you like.
Was it Randall? Was that the one? A thousand Randalls? 1,000 brothers' name? Yeah, Randall.
Look, all these cousins and their name's Randall. Okay. What was the name of the first street where you lived?
I don't remember.
Let's just put what street is Hilltop on? Is that Malala?
Yeah, put Malala. Just why not?
Okay. Second one. These next ones are great, especially the two ones after this is really work for this podcast theme. So the first question is a positive adjective that could be used to describe you.
An adjective. An adjective just is something that is for nouns, right?
So it's just a word that describes you, a positive word.
Tall?
Okay, that's your positive word.
I think so.
Okay, we'll go with it. Okay, second one, a weapon.
Ninja star. Throwing a shuriken or whatever you call them. No,
what
nunchucks. I want nunchucks. I want nunchucks.
An adjective that could be used to describe the weapon that you have.
Hard.
All right, another dangerous noun.
A dangerous noun like
Missile. It could be
missile.
missile. Next one, something pretty. And they said examples like a rose, sunrise, or a kitten.
I'm gonna put wife. Score some brownie points. Maybe she'll make me some.
No. I guess that cancels itself out.
Algebra.
That's algebra. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
2 more questions. The make of your first car.
The first one I bought or the first one I like drove around, because there's different.
Maybe whatever one has a more interesting name. Let's go with out of those.
It was just well, I guess the Ford Explorer has more of a name to it than just a
So
Toyota pickup.
I'll say Explorer.
Explorer, yeah. I feel like a safari guy.
Sounds cool. Okay, and then last one is a planet. So just pick a planet.
Uranus. I'm 5.
Here we go. Okay, so we got some pen names. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We got. These are great. Okay, we got Randall Peeper Malala.
Randall Peeper Malala. Okay.
So it could be Randall PM or Randall Peeper Malala. We have a. I don't know why this one's so funny. J.R. Wilkins.
J.R. Wilkins. Where'd the Wilkins come from?
I don't know. Oh, okay. Next one. This one's hard to pronounce. Joquena Wilbert.
Sure. I'm probably butchering the spelling. Joquena Wilbur. Oh, I'm just butchering it. That's close. Wilbert. Okay.
Oh, this one's great. J.R. Nunchucks - Black Whip.
Black Whip.
Black Whip, yeah. Oh, okay,
I like J.R. Nunchucks.
I think just straight up J.R. Nunchucks. But dude, there's one more that's really funny. Is J.R. Hard Nunchucks.
I could almost just use J.M. Nunchucks, like it, because that's my real middle initial. J.R. Hard Nunchucks. Wow. How do you spell nunchucks, by the way?
I think it's Nunchucks. That's how I spelt it, at least. I don't know.
That's what I have.
I think J.R. Nunchucks is like the best. I just want to I want that one to win, like, so much.
Okay, I'm writing down podcast poll number 87. Here we go. Posting it. And it's live. You can go vote. What is my pen name? Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
The J.R. Nunchucks is so good.
When, dude. Okay, the dog's ringing the bell. I need to let her out real quick. But while I'm doing that, you can do the Patreon business and thank everyone, spank everyone, give everyone a nice something that rhymes with spank. A shank.
All right.
Give them a homemade shank.
Homemade shank. All right. So real quick, I just voted on the poll 87. John's letting the dog out. Wanted to thank our Patreon supporters. I wanted to go through some okay, I'm gonna do something new real quick. Do this. So I want to go through and thank some of our people who are commenting on our YouTube videos. So from episode 85, Rick Rat Pizza, thank you. Nathan Cuddy, he was very nice, said he loved our content. Thank you, Nathan. Let's see, we got episode 86. Thank you, Friend BG, who's always trying to drop that first comment. Thank you so much for your support. Looking at a couple other ones. Friend BG again. Got Oliver Gray asked how we're doing. That was very nice. Thanks, Oliver. We'll look at one more video, see if anyone else commented. Arslan Ahmadi. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. You said you were cool. We think you were cool as well, Arslan. We also have somebody named Lunar asked if you were the same person who celebrated birthday alone. That is correct. But yeah, thank you, people who have been commenting on the YouTube. Go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where pretty much a lot of this stuff's happening. We've got the polls that we've been doing. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We need more subscribers, so please subscribe. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. And quick thanking the Patreon supporters. Thank you, Crumb Baby. Thank you, Gary Bilson. Thank you, Gary Graphics. You three are awesome. You have been single-handedly funding the account that's going to help us pay for John's LED nunchuck.
Ooh. I think we have enough for him.
Do you think we're almost... I think
we
even
do, actually.
more... I think we should... Should we just, put our podcast money eventually just into really stupid things? Like, we can each pick... Almost like, if you get enough tokens at, Dave & Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese, you can buy a prize. That'll be kind of our system. It'd be like, oh, we got, $100 to buy some nunchucks.
Dude, we totally have enough for nunchucks.
That's awesome. And I like what you said where the account, it's almost like it's not a bond, it's like an investment, because I don't think it's necessarily gaining any interest or anything, but it's slowly growing. It's
fresh coin. It's the new cryptocurrency. Whoa, I just saw this giant post of names. Bite of a Vampire.
There's some pretty good ones. I went and voted on the podcast.
King poll. Jaunty Wit. Randolph Whiffers.
Randolph Whiffers is a good one. I like that.
Jax Whiff. That sounds weird. J.R. Wizv. Rambone. J. Rambone.
I feel like we almost need to get you some sort of pair of nunchucks, maybe even just a cheap pair. Because if you're going to go buy JR nunchuck, you need to have a pair of nunchuck. You know how each, when you, I don't know, say you buy a book, on the back of it, there's always a picture of the person.
Oh my, yes. I'm posing in a turtleneck with some nunchucks.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. JCPenney's picture, and it has to look like it's from the 90s.
Whiff John Blood.
Oh yeah, I saw the Whip John Blood. That one was good too.
Oh my god, this is going to be I need to incorporate nunchucks in the book somehow. Maybe I think I know what I'll do. I know what I'm going to do. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it. So you did the Patreons, you did all the thanking and spanking.
Yeah, thanking and spanking. I was thinking, I did something new. I was thanking the people who've been commenting on the YouTube videos.
Oh.
So, I thought that was kind of nice. I feel like they needed a little bit of praise. So, so.
Dude, someone was fact checking our YouTube. What? They commented on the birthday video. They're like, "Oh, so sad," and then they clicked on the tub thumping video, and we were doing our jam, and they're like, "Wait, he has friend?" and
wait.
Yeah, they were fact checking. They're like, "He has friends. He's playing music with this guy." So we are getting fact checked.
Wait, so was he on the thub tumping thing? Did he say "Oh, I'm onto you. I see you have friends," or was he just "Whoa, you have friends"?
I'm trying to find it. Tub thumping grooves, 258 views. Why? Wait. Okay. The comment is why he's have friends or what? Question mark. And then someone else put a sad face for whatever reason. And then someone else did a happy face for whatever reason.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, at least. Yeah, okay. Whoa.
Wow, that apartment brings me back.
Dude, that apartment is famous. Like, if you think about pretty much the glory, I want to say like the glory days of JJ Fresh YouTube, like the in-person content, that apartment and that view of the kitchen is just like, that's legendary.
We need to buy the apartment complex and
just to do videos again. Yeah,
just to do videos. I'm gonna put the dog in the cage because she's ringing the bell. She can't be outside because she's gonna dig holes. So she's gonna go be a good little baby. So maybe you let's see. You can do some spoken word for the next 30 seconds or beatbox.
Okay.
And then when I come back, we'll dig into the email.
Sounds good. Okay.
Spoken word beatbox.
Parsnips. Potatoes, yeah. Mix, like you said, of it was spoke.
I'm back.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard. I was doing spoken word and beatboxing. I also figured out why my audio is being weird. I think it's the type of mic. When I'm really close to the mic like this, it's a lot quieter for some weird reason. But if I'm a little bit back, then it's louder. So
aren't we using the same mic, or did you get something else?
We're using the same ones, I think. I mean,
weird.
It's still the P420. I don't know. Maybe it's just a setting. Because
Do you have your
weird
decibel -20 on or something?
I've got the.
No, I can't hear you at all. Oh, wait.
Wait. Okay, I have it on. It's on 0.
Okay, it's on 0. What about the one where it looks like a snowman without a head?
Oh,
and
the directional one. Yeah.
And then a Pac-Man, and then a beach ball. What's
so
that one?
Mine's on Pac-Man, so it's front facing.
Yeah, mine's on Pac-Man. What about your ramp with your straight line?
It is straight line.
Mine is too. Wow, we're audio geniuses together.
Audio babies. Actually, my audio looks fine. It's just like, I don't know. It'll be good. It looks like it's normal now, so I think I found the right. If I have my chin rested on the holder, then it's at the perfect audio level. So there might be a little bit wonkiness, but this is better than it's been the last like 4 episodes. So I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Chin placement is very important. Where is your chin? Is it in the proper place again? Chin placement necessary. If you don't put your chin in the right place, the audio is scary. Spooky, scary Halloween, terrible audio. Static.
What week does it fall on for us to do episode 100?
Ooh, making me do that algebra. Let's see. So 87 is coming out the 17th. That means the 88th, 89th, 90 is on the 8th of October. So plus 10 episodes, plus 10 weeks. That's way too hard. 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be either November 26th or December 3rd. One of those.
Okay. So like beginning of... Yeah. That sounds like a solid plan. And yeah, we got to do something special. I don't know. I still want to meet up in Buffalo, Wyoming and just like...
Maybe there's a Buffalo Wild Wings over there.
Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buffalo, Wyoming. And then we can like...
We can watch the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, Buffalo Bills and Buffalo, Wyoming and the Buffalo Wild Wings. And then we can wear buffalo skin hats.
Can you buy buffalo clothes? Buffalo skinned clothes.
I'm really curious to see what your history looks like with some of these things.
buffalo robes. What? Buffalo fur coat? Dude, shop coats. Only $4,000.
Maybe we can use some of our podcast money, and then what we can do is every month. So you'll wear the buffalo skin robe for a month, and then you'll ship it to me, and then I'll wear it, and we'll just do this back and forth system.
You can get a buffalo hide for $1,300.
Maybe we could do that instead. But I think we should do the sharing the buffalo skin clothing for sure.
You can get a raccoon hide for $60, or a skunk hide for $50. It's keep going down.
It's going down quick. Well, I was gonna say, didn't we have an emails that we could dip into?
Oh yeah.
We're creeping towards the end. Yeah.
Let's get that letter opener and stab that email in the face. So this is from Crumbs. So I've always noticed all the different mint flavors of gum and mouthwash. I'm confused on how all these mint flavors are that different. These are a list of mint flavors: herbal mint, polar mint, cool mint, Arctic mint, glacier mint, soft mint. And these are mint flavors just from Orbit gum. Peppermint, spearmint, mint, winter mint, winter fresh, sweet mint, freeze mint. What the heck is the difference between Arctic mint and glacier mint? And none of the Listerine mint flavors are the same as the Orbit mint flavors. How are there that many different mints?
That's a really good question. So that's glacier, Arctic, and like winter mint. Like those all seem like they're the same thing. They all probably just taste like peppermint.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Just like mint.
I'm thinking the gum people didn't want to get sued by the mouthwash people. So instead of peppermint, they're like, isn't peppermint like an herb or something? Herbal mint. Boom. Got it. And then they're like, winter mint? We can't do that. What's Arctic? Yeah, that's like winter. You think Arctic mint. Boom. Solid. I don't know what soft mint is.
Is it soft? Like soft? Like soft mint.
Like spearmint, I think maybe is like sharp cheddar. It's just more. It's dense. It's a dense.
That's
mint.
a good way of. That's a really good way of. Spearmint is the sharp cheddar of the gum world.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's brilliant.
But freeze mint, that seems like a diet soda sort of a thing. Sweet mint. I don't know what is it? We should test out all these mint flavors. I don't know. Do you know why there's so many mint flavors? Is it all marketing, or are they actually, they taste different? If we were to do like a blind taste test, could you tell the difference between herbal, polar, cool, Arctic, glacier, soft, peppermint, spearmint, mint, winter? 2 winters. Winter mint versus winter fresh. What's the difference?
That could be for our next JJ Fresh video. We could do a mint review, mint gum review. So we pick up, we split that list in half. So you pick up half those, I'll pick up half, and then we'll do a blind taste test.
Is winter a flavor?
Winter's a flavor, probably. It probably just tastes like crisp.
Because one is winter mint and one is winter fresh. So what does winter taste like, and why is fresh fresher than mint? Is it fresher than mint because it lacks the mint, or is there also mint in it, but there's something else that makes... Is it just a fresher form of mint, and the mint is assumed? I don't know.
That one's going to keep me up at night. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
Try out the different flavors.
Wow, that's a good observation right there. You should be a stand-up comedian. You got that observational ability. I could see you on stage, Crumbs. And then if the crowd is just not having it, you're not feeling it, just crap your pants and they'll laugh. And you'll laugh. It'll be a fun time. You can go to church.
Yeah.
Clean yourself up. All right. What do we got left? 54 minutes. We got 6-ish minutes. Wisdom time, right?
I say let's just dip our toes in the wisdom, because I got to go. I could do an off to the trough real quick, because we're going to I'm going to go help make dinner after this.
Let me post that in the notes so I know to put the audio cue.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
Cool. All right. Let her rip.
This is Off to the Trough with Josh Kosh. Tonight, we are going to be exquisitely cooking a recipe that my wife has perfected. It is, you take some poblano peppers and you grill them to crisp, and then you, this sounds strange, but you put cashews, you soak cashews in water so that they're soft, and then you put them in a Vitamix with the poblano peppers and and some cilantro and lime juice and some seasoning, and then you mix it together to make a sauce, and then you fashion yourself some enchiladas and cover the enchiladas in sauce, and then you bake them maybe 350 degrees for approximately 10 minutes, and get yourself some delicious creamy poblano enchilada.
Poblano.
Yeah, they're really good. It's one of my favorite new recipes discovered. But yeah,
It ain't delivery.
Yeah.
It's poblano.
It's poblano.
You should drop that in the Discord. Let's see that recipe.
All right, I'll drop it in there. It's a good. Yeah, I'm gonna find it after this. I'll drop it in the Discord. I call them Shrek enchiladas because they're really green colored.
Dude, I love the green enchilada sauce. If I see that red enchilada sauce, I just throw it in the toilet and flush it down, and I wait for the green to be in stock.
Green, yeah. But yeah, that was my Off the Trough. Let's dip our toes in some wisdom. My wisdom. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the well is dry this week with bar-backed wisdom. I'll try to come up with something fun though. I would say, I don't know. This isn't really power-packed wisdom, but I thought of Malcolm in the Middle, where Hal has an infected tooth or something that needs to be pulled, but he doesn't want to go to his friend who's a dentist to get it pulled. So he contracted this thing he called the scream box, and it's like this box that wraps around his head that he puts on, and then he'll just scream into it for like a good minute because he's like so much pain. And I thought power packed wisdom is like, if you need a scream box, you should just build one. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. I don't know. I thought of that episode, which is really funny.
That's good old Malcolm. You said Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Malcolm in the Middle, yeah. One of my favorite shows. It's one of the only shows I've watched all the way through every single episode more than like 3 or 4 times.
Wow, we used to watch that as a family back in the day. Well, Malcolm's on. Okay, let's watch Malcolm in the Middle.
That was a fun one, yeah. It was like, you're not the boss to me now.
You're not the boss of me now. I'm Frankie. I'm Frankie. Frankie Muniz.
I loved our freestyle. Just to give people a little background before John does his Power Packed Wisdoms. Usually John and I's, when we text each other, it's not really necessarily, I wouldn't call it texting. I wouldn't even call it like talking. It's more of like either sending each other freestyle rap, like lyrics that we just came up with, maybe pitching, stuff about like the podcast or JJ Fresh Ideas. But mainly, I'd say 99% of the text threads is just freestyle raps going back and forth.
Do you have your text up? Because you could rap your verse and then I'll rap my verse.
Oh, you rapping? Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, do some.
Oh, you
go
want me?
ahead and beatbox. No. Okay,
okay.
Here we go. I can kind of hear you, but I'm just gonna dive in.
You just dive in, and you can just take the beatboxing I did before and copy and paste it under.
And then just drop it in, just like chop it up and add some.
Yeah, I'll be completely quiet right now, so you can do that.
Okay, so there we go. So, all right. Or your beat. Okay.
Casey Nunez spitting on the rat tracks, crashing race cars, eating snack, getting rich young and spending all his cheddar, waiting for his big break but it never gets better. Asked to reboot Malcolm in the middle, panhandling on the subway and playing his fiddle. All of a sudden all the rats appear. His purpose in life starts to draw near. He realizes he will be the lord of the rats. Frankie Muniz owns skin-covered hats.
Yeah, Frankie in the subway, Frankie in the sewer pipe, sleeping all day, doing meth every single night. With a Davy Crockett hat he made from a rat, homemade slippers he made from skinning bats. That's our Frankie Muniz collab.
The Frankie Muniz collab rap, and it was a good one. I was really excited about it.
Yeah, I could just imagine. I want to Photoshop a Frankie Muniz with a Davy Crockett rat hat with bat slippers with the wings and everything coming off the sides. Just like a bat torso he puts on his foot.
That's a beautiful sight.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
I like that. That is fun. Oh, what's your wisdom?
I guess my wisdom is be an example to your kids or your puppy or whatever. So if they do something bad, like digging in the yard, you show them what's going to happen to them by doing it to yourself first. So I pulled down my pants and I slapped myself with a thick stick for about 14 minutes. Have scars. It's red. And I looked at the dog and said, that's going to happen to you if you do that again. Or if you have a kid and they spill soup all over the floor, just take a knife, look at them and say, you did this. Stab your own leg and start crying and wailing. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, I hurt my dad. And also, there'll be a little psychological trauma, which works in your favor, sort of a thing. So maybe they're out playing when they're 16 and they're thinking, oh, I'm not allowed to have sugar, but I really want this Baja Blast. And they drink like a sip of their friend's Baja Blast at Taco Bell. And they have so much psychological trauma, they just break down crying and they come home right away, like 20 minutes before curfew. Boom. You as a parent win every time. That's
brilliant. You're like a Dr. Phil.
Yeah. So if they do something really bad, like, oh no, I caught my kid doing blow under the bleachers with the football team, you don't yell at them. You don't do anything. You just pull out your backpack. You sit down on the ground. You're making eye contact with your kid the whole time. And you take out a hacksaw and you start cutting off your own foot. And your kid's like crying, gosh, I'm so sorry. You did this to me. And he just feels guilt for the rest of his life because the cocaine he did up his nose caused the foot you loved to fall off. That's parenting.
Spoken truly like Jared Nunchucks.
Yeah.
Man. No lighter or darker note we can end on, so have a great week, everyone.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.